Yeah. hmm Required to appear in court. You are to obey personal and subject matter. Yeah. The order for protection while I was on trial for the accusation of violating the protection order. Yes. The summons, the petition for dissolution of marriage. Yeah. You know, I was on probation when she petitioned the court for dissolution of marriage. Yeah. But you never obligated her to require me to appear in court. Yeah. Now, when you issued the protection order in 2011, yeah, I would think, yes, that as a condition of probation that you are required to appear in court. Yes. And it makes it difficult to do that when I was on Guam. Now, probation means that when the judge sets a hearing, you have to appear. Yes. Or they'll issue a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear. Poof. And when you issued the protection order where you named me as the respondent, yes, I would have thought, yes, that Guam would have obligated me to appear in court, yes, so that you could say that I did not violate my probation right now. Now, I was in jail here, yes, and then you had another court hearing where there was no attempt of service, right, but I was on probation on July 22nd of 2011. Would have been a requirement to appear at the motion hearing. Yeah. You wouldn't have needed to issue a temporary protection order. Yes. And then I was on probation August 12th of 2011. I would have thought that any individual on probation, supervised or unsupervised, yes, that there would have been an obligation for them to appear in court. Yes. Now you reissued this on May 31st of 2012. Yes. Approximately one week after my wife had petitioned the court for dissolution of marriage. Yes. Arresting me and serving me at the same moment. Yes. But then you did this minute order. Yes. Where there was no requirement for me to appear in court. Now, I do remember when the sheriffs drove out there and read to me approximately 14 hours before the court hearing. Well, I told them I wasn't going to appear in court because there was no requirement to appear in court. Yes, because I was on trial for violating the protection order where there was no requirement for me, the individual on probation, yes, on Guam, yes, to appear in court before you issued the protection order. Now, it looks like somebody has been interfering in the administration of justice. Yeah. Now, you know, this Commerce Clause. Yes, we actually have an agency called the Commerce Agency. Yes. Or is it a department? Yeah. It's a department of the United States federal government. Yeah. Could you get me the employees of the Commerce Department? It's a cabinet, however, interstate commerce comes to mean all dealings and affairs. Yeah. More than one state have real and substantial relation to the national interest. Yes. The interstate commerce. Yeah. You know, I was wanting to sell quite a few items to other states, and I spent the last 3.5 years emailing other states about this state's refusal to require, yes, individuals on unsupervised probation, yes, to appear in court, yes, because they give them the actual number of days before court hearings, yes, so they can prepare to appear in court, yes, because the thought was, well, we don't have to give you the actual number of days. Yes. We do not have to have proof of service before having court hearings. Yes. And we can issue two protection orders at the same time while being tried for one. Yes. While there exists a no contact order from the judiciary of Guam that did not have the stipulation in order and did not have the assessment before issuing the protection order. Yes. So that you can facilitate the kidnapping of my sons. Now, I know that you as a court just can't be told what to do, but somebody's been influencing, yes, and Interstate Commerce Commission, independent agency of the United States government, yes, Did you listen to the relatives? Did you listen to the petitioner? Because you never obligated me to have to appear in court. Yeah. Because it should have been that I had to obey, yes, what is required. Yeah. Now, I could be wrong. Let's say I can't sue you. Of all of those on probation right now, both those that have to talk to their probation officer, yes, and those that don't have to talk to their probation officer, how many courts require them to appear in court? Yes, because of being on probation. Oh, I would think that that would be something the courts would want to do. Yes. So as to make sure that you're doing what the requirements of the probation are. Now, for those of you on probation, could you give me every court hearing that you missed? Yes, because they didn't require you to appear, or because they would issue a warrant for your arrest if you didn't appear. It sounds like something they would have written into the law books. Yes, yes. We're going to allow him unsupervised to travel back to have marriage reconciliation. Yes, so that the court can regulate the contact between Mr. Budnick and his wife and children. And he is to obey court orders that would require him to appear in court, so as to make sure that he does do what he says, and he didn't run off to some other part of the nation. Now, you did know where I was at. That's right. 1023 Kitchen Dick Road. Yes. Now, Mike Van Proyn's been exploiting his adopted daughter from Haiti. Yes. He's been abusing Marilyn Van Proyn and her kids. Yes. And you didn't want me to sue him because you've been protecting the perpetrator of domestic violence and child abuse. And I thought for sure that you had an obligation. Now, I've asked you to allow me to speak to Marilyn. Yes. Do you know where? Give me every individual in the Commerce Department. I feel like you're obstructing my right to manufacture and sell various goods. Yes. In fact, I was reading a newspaper article. No, it was a magazine article. Yes. Did you know that I thought about being a coach, and I was a coach of the powerlifting team of the Washington State School for the Blind? Yes. And as much as Jessica said that I was, well, I had spanked her once for ripping the wallpaper off the wall. Yes. I never spanked my sons. Yes, yes, yes. I just wanted to know of all the available locations where you could get some sort of credential to be able to coach other people. Yeah, I actually paid for the class. I thought I'd be good at it. Yes. Um, there's what's known as the guru. Yes. Got a resolution. There's a guru for that. Yeah. The sexually liberated woman. Yeah. It looks like some individuals are making quite a bit of money. Yes. And good for you. Okay. Sexuality, good do doula. But I looked at all these various coaching. Could you go through the internet and find all the individuals? Yeah, that are real gurus. Yes, at this whole idea. Oh, look at manifestation maven. Poo poo poo. Now, I thought yes. Oh, opulence. Partnership. Yeah. A lot of different individuals get involved in coaching persons, how they can improve themselves. In fact, there's a company called Goop, yeah, making unsubstantiated claims about vaginal eggs and floral essences. Yes, they did. Now, I read that. Yes. How many of you have ever taken any of your ova out of your ovaries? Yes. And put some sort of aromatherapy around them, thinking that the floral essence of your actual ova from the ovary would cause you to experience some sort of illumination about it. What? That's legs and floral essence.